Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a bounty of products from a Parisian drugstore. I've recently returned from France and I thought it would be a lot of fun to pick up various items enough to put together a full face of makeup from a basic drugstore, department store type thing in Paris where ladies would go to buy their makeup. So I picked up a variety of brands, a couple different things, so I wasn't, terribly familiar with the different brands, but I did see one that was kind of a throwback, kind of to my childhood. Well, not exactly childhood, but the brand had gone out of business. They've made a comeback. So we're going to start off with a skin tint from Bourjois Paris. It took a little bit of effort to find something that matched my skin tone, and at least within the Monoprix, which is kind of like a little grocery department store kind of thing, they had a lot of clean makeup. So this is the Healthy Mix Clean Vitamin C plus E. So it's supposed to be like a tinted moisturizer with a few different vitamins, healthy ingredients for the skin. Yeah, let's try applying some of this with a beauty blender to get everything started. This is a pretty nice light coverage. There is a little bit of a floral scent. I don't know how easy it is to purchase anything cosmetic in Paris without it having some kind of scent to it, but it's fairly light and really nice, and so far it seems to be a pretty good color match. So I think that went on nicely. I know on the bottle, the promise is that it covers imperfections while letting your natural skin shine through. Formulated with vitamin C and E from natural ingredients, 24 hours of hydration gives skin a healthy glow instantly and over time. So it does feel nice and hydrating. I didn't bother putting on like any primer or other moisturizer since this is a tinted moisturizer. Yeah, it has a really nice feel. It doesn't, seem like tacky or anything goofy. It's just nice and soft, just like I put a moisturizer on my face. I'm definitely gonna have to take a look and see if this brand is back in the States, because I remember really liking like their eyeshadow toppers when I was younger. They're very glittery, a lot of fun. Spoiler alert, I have one of those for later, so stay tuned. But for now, we're gonna go in with a little bit of concealer. I picked up this one from the actual store brand. So this is the Monoprix, like their house brand. They had a wide variety of items, but most of them didn't seem to either match my skin tone or they felt a little neutral and basic, which I mean is good for everyday looks, so that was nice. But I wanted to try something, and this concealer, Makeup Bio, looked like a pretty good one. I noticed a lot of the items that had like organic components were like biologique that seemed to be very popular throughout the store. So you have one to try. Alright, let's try a little more to see how it layers. I think the first layer went on pretty well. It seemed kind of thick, so I didn't want to put on like too much just to see how the coverage was, but it seems fairly light, so I'll add a little more, see how that goes. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with how that went, especially considering it was like a store brand, one of the lower price points. I think that was pretty nice. So good job, Makeup. It's kind of a cute name. I wish I had gotten a few more things, but I mean, it's so hard to tell and you only want to bring so many things back on an airplane. But if you're ever over there, it may be worth checking out. Now we will set this with some powder, again from Bourjois Paris. I remember really liking that brand, so I went a little heavy. So I picked up shade 02 Rosy, and it does come with like a little puff inside. I don't know. Okay, it is sealed further, so we'll see. I didn't want to take this off and have it go everywhere. So it comes with like a little puff to put it on. We'll apply a little under the eyes and use this to layer it on. Place the puff, turn the container upside down to apply powder to the puff. Wow, so I follow the directions, I put the puff back in after unsealing it, and I feel like there's kind of a lot, so you're gonna want to be a little careful if you do this. Probably easier to tap off from the lid. I do have a regular powder brush with me. I just wanted to try using the puff for under the eyes. This definitely picks up quite a bit. And that same sort of light floral fragrance on the powder. It's definitely more pigmented than I expected it to be. It feels like a lot of powders, even when they say they have some color, they just feel super light. I'll try it a little with the brush. Just have my Sephora powder brush, Sephora Pro collection. I feel like that has a really nice blurring effect. It's crazy. A little more on the center of the forehead. I feel like the pores are just kind of blurred out. That's interesting. That was a pleasant surprise. I just figured it would be like normal powder. That's kind of cool. I'll just put this in the area of the face where I'm more concerned about pores and oils, so mostly just the T-zone. And then under the eyes, I'll set the powder. Or to use the powder to set the concealer. It had a nice effect. Well, it was a fun surprise. Most of the time I buy translucent powder, so it's kind of cool to have one with a little bit of a rosy tint, especially for under the eyes, to help with the darkness. I feel like this container is not travel friendly, so wait till you get home to open this if you buy some while you're over there. Next, we'll try a blush from the brand Boho, Green Makeup. They had a fairly large display, so they must be reasonably popular. 06 Lit de Vin. That's cool, there's like a little butterfly embossed on the actual blush itself. I thought this would be a fun summer shade, so I picked it up. I tried to take very little because I wasn't sure how pigmented it would be, but I feel like that's pretty pigmented. That's really nice. Yeah, this will be good, just sort of like a little sun-kissed, more reddish glow. Oh yeah, that's like the end of the day after you've been out in the sun on the beach, and then you're inside for dinner afterwards. You go in the bathroom, you're like, ooh, got a little sun. I feel like that's the vibe here. So that was a cute find from Boho. It looks like cardboard packaging too, so I think if you could pop out the tin when you're done, you could probably recycle it too, which is nice. Wow, that is very sun-kissed. To really drive home that you spent the day in the sun, we have some bronzer. This is from Rouge Baiser. This looked fairly popular as well. They had a whole bunch of stuff. The package was super cute with the little lady with her scarf and the bright red lip. So I thought this would be, I think I have one other thing from them as well, but I thought the bronzer would be fun. I've been using that as my little mirror. It's a giant pan. Like, look at this giant bronzer with the little waves. So that's kind of fun. But yeah, this will last the rest of my life, I think. My goodness, it's huge. It's a really nice light shade. It does kind of remind me of the butter bronzer, so nice light, really easy to blend. So that's nice. It's kind of, especially with it being so huge, if it does last for quite a while, it's like, you know, little memory of Paris. We'll move on to the eye look next. So I did pick up 2 eyeliners. I got a plum one from Bourjois Paris. So this is a kohl and contour. Extra long wear. So I thought, I have so many black ones, it would be kind of cool to pick up like a purple or something different. So let's see how this ends up looking. So that's nice. It's dark without being quite so harsh. It comes off looking a little more gray than purple, like a really dark gray. So I did decide between this and the brown shade. So this one is from also Bourjois Paris. This is waterproof. So this is a contour clubbing eyeliner. I like that, it's waterproof and it's clubbing. Let's see, brown one in comparison. Oh, that felt very creamy. That's a nice dark brown, nice matte finish. I think we'll go with that just because, here, I'll show you the eye look real quick. So I also picked up a little, fairly small, like there's 6 colors in the eyeshadow palette. So this is what we're working with. for that, also from Bourjois Paris. I think it was the nostalgia. It really kind of hit me, and I wanted to try like all of their things. So. This is, you know, kind of like Pillow Talk vibes, fairly neutral, easy to wear. I don't want to get anything I might regret, so I went simple. Yeah, since that's the vibe, I think we'll go with the brown eyeliner. It was nice. They went on pretty smoothly. You could really get like right in there in the lash line, which I really like to do. So that was a benefit for me. Yeah, that gets in there really nicely. I think it's funny with the clubbing eyeliner, the shade is all the way brown. Alright, so I'll go in for just an initial like bit of color all over the eyelid with the very light shade in here. I don't think they have shade names. They just have letters on the back. These are fairly powdery, so you want to be a little careful going in there. I went in to get a little bit of color and I feel like some fluffed all over the place, so I want to be careful with the darker shades. Make sure I don't like, you know, make a mess under the eyes. Alright, now I think I'll go in with the more matte pink shade up here. Put that on the lid. Oh yeah, I have to be a little careful picking these up. Alright, now I'll go in with the darker brown shade right over here, and we'll use that to deepen out the outer corner. Alright, that was not nearly as dark as I thought it would be. But that's alright, I think we're okay. We're just a little more daytime vibes, which is fine. Slightly shimmer shade I think I will go in with. Just kind of in the middle of the eyelid to finish off the look. It's right there. Since it's a little more satin, I kind of want like a little bit of impact. I'll just use my fingertip. For most of the looks that I was seeing around Paris, or like the traditional kind of French girl makeup look, I think something like this would work really well. But for like what, you know, an American is maybe more used to, you'd be a little disappointed. But if you're going for French girl vibes, I think something like this would definitely do the trick. I do have one fun little shimmery topper just to see how that works, again from Bourjois Paris. And these were my favorite things from the brand back in the day. So we have this kind of peachy shimmer. I figure a nice little champagne color like this would be great for most looks. So I wanted to get something that would be very versatile. Because, you know, I don't exactly to Paris every day, so could not dislike what I got and wish I picked up something else that'd be problematic. So let's see how this goes, adding this onto the look in the kind of the inner corner. See if we add a little sparkle. Oh yeah, that's perfect. It's just going on right over and making it shine a little more. But the color still comes through. That's really pretty. Yeah, that went over top really nicely. So the look went from day to night in a flash. Entertain myself at least. All right, let's finish off the eye look quick with some mascara. We have Mascara Jungle with its like super cute, yeah, jungle themed packaging from Boho, the green makeup brand. It's Boho green makeup. I'm gonna try to say that because my French is bad and that's a crazy word. I just picked up a basic black mascara with a crazy spiky wand. Those are getting so popular these days. I feel like that's nice for adding length, but not necessarily volume, so it's a pretty good daily driver. Let's see how it goes on the under. and the lower lashes. It was so easy to apply on the lower lashes. I don't feel like it was overboard. You know, sometimes you put mascara on the lower lash line and it just looks like way too much. Alright, so in first impression, that was a really nice mascara. Obviously it's hard to tell how it wears, if it's going to flake off or anything crazy, but it's a good start at least. And then finally, I had to pick up a lipstick. I did get one from the same brand as the bronzer, with the lady and her lips. Figure if that's what they're going to put on their logo, then, I mean, they must do a good lipstick, right? I have shade 104 L'Authentique. I have to say, I love the vintage design of the lipstick case. It's really pretty. I know I received one similar in an advent calendar from Charlotte Tilbury. She had a kind of same vibe. I think it's very Art Deco style. So I went with a fairly everyday shade. I was hoping I would love it and could carry a little bit of Paris around with me on the daily. It's really pretty kind of pinky, sort of dusty rose vibes. Alright, so this is my finished French drugstore makeup look. I tried a couple different brands, including the Monoprix store brand for the concealer. I think everything went on nicely. First impressions are good. I'll have to see how it wears and if these find a regular place in my rotation. I think the blush will. It's like a perfect summer sun-kissed sort of shade. And the powder, I definitely want to play around with some more. I think I got a nice blurring effect off of that. And the mascara looks like lovely every day, especially for the lower lash line. We'll have to see how that wears. Yeah, hopefully you had some fun. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so I can see you guys in the next video.